I got my baby. Yeah, we're gonna smoke 'em if you gotta. Get my 40 hours plus some OT. This one's going up to you and me. Yeah. Here's to the blue collar, the black collar, stretching that dollar working class. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the program today. Little impromptu program today. Got some things to talk about. I gotta make some notes too. I am just trying to get it done here, but make a couple notes as we chat and get into this. Saying hi to some people joining us on the live today. Looks like Mr. Glenn is out there on the YouTube channel. Thank you for checking in with us. Hi, Rick. How you doing? Thanks for being here. Jill, thank you for joining us today. We're listening to Kevin McCoy's Blue Collar. I'm going to let you listen to a little more of that as we get started here. Trouble, just getting right. Raise them up and bottoms up, y'all. Here's to the red, white, and blue collar. Oh, yeah. Kevin McCoy there opening the show with a little blue collar. He's got a great one out there called Moonlight also. If you want to check that out, it's getting a lot of radio airplay. So is Blue Collar. And we're proud of Mr. Kevin McCoy. He's down in Nashville doing great things. Good local boy making good. We'd like to see that happening. Got to say hi to some folks that are jumping on the broadcast here today. Let me see if I can get over there and put some comments up. Looks like Scotty Long in the house. How you doing, Scotty? Marie is in the house as well. Rob Paisley, thanks for dropping by. Jill, always good to see your smiling face. It is. Bill, checking in from the Monkey Bar. Yeah, every time we say that, we get neutered. I don't know why. People that post Monkey Bar, it gets hidden. Must think it's some sort of bad comment. But it's really a great place to go. The Monkey Bar is. It's a wonderful place to go. I want to say happy birthday to U.S. Marine Corps. Bill is a Marine veteran. And thank you, Bill, for being with us today. We appreciate you and all the work the Marine Corps has done for 246 years, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Thank you, Scotty Long. You talking about Kevin? Yeah. I would hope. Unless you're working on new songs in Nashville. Thanks for the comment, Bill. Right back at you, man. I know a lot of Marines, and you won't find a better person than a Marine veteran or a current Marine Corps individual. I mean, they're just amazing people. Do great things. They do. All right, Scotty, thank you. I figured that. I didn't know if you were recording in Nashville, doing your own songs now. You never know. You've got a good voice, man. I've heard you sing. You can't be a KJ without doing that. Not at all. How's everybody today? You guys doing all right? This is just an impromptu thing. Normally we have Wednesday with the band, and I'm going to get on a little soapbox here for a minute. The last 4 bands we have worked out deals with at the last minute, they get COVID or they get this or they can't come on. This is all done remotely too, just so you know. I mean, we're not doing it in the same studio and all that stuff, but it gets frustrating, man. Gets extremely frustrating. And the last minute cancellations that bands do to us sometimes are good. I'm starting to think I'm getting set up by somebody because we set these things up. I do a lot of legwork getting them ready. And for you guys that have joined me on the show virtually, it's not something that it just takes 2 minutes to do. You've got to be able to log in. You've got to test it. You've got to do all those things. And it's kind of a bitch. It is. And we've got a good schedule of Wednesday with the bands coming up for our winter months and those kind of things. We wanted to do that. And I'm trying to keep my patience with that and keep it going because I think it's very important that we feature local bands and tell you about them and let them tell you about themselves. And that's That's what I'm going to say about that. So if you know a band that is reliable and wants to come on Wednesday with the band, we'd love to have them. And some have fallen through the cracks. I had somebody doing some work for me for a while who was doing, I guess, for lack of a better term, internship work. And they were answering some messages and doing things. And some things fell through the cracks with that person. And it's unfortunate. They were young and didn't exactly see the importance in responding back right away. But they'll get there. And we're hoping if you fell through the cracks, give us another message. We'll be glad to get you on Wednesday with the band to feature your band. Or if you're solo artist, doesn't have to be a band, solo artist, any of that. Hi, Brian Scott. Oh, let's see. It's popping up on the screen here. There we go. I'm doing well, buddy. Good to see you. Today, I just decided to go live at 5 today. Had a little time and wanted to chat with you folks that are frequent flyers on here because we have some questions to ask. And that is, besides Wednesday with the band, what would you like to see in programming from us to help support the local music community? So if you have any ideas, throw them in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. And Dewey, thank you for calling in the other day. I appreciate that. It's always nice to have somebody else come in and chat a little bit and tell a little story about what they've done or what they've seen. You know, right now, our current lineup on Haul Around Town Radio is Monday Weekend Update, where we talk about who we got to see over the weekend play music. And then we feature some of your comments and some people out there to do that. We have a lot of things set up, Dewey. We do. And we have video venue visits that we've done in the past with some great places, certainly. And have had some really, really, really good times. And I think that's important to do too. It takes a little bit of, I will say venue owners are a little reluctant because when I come at them a little bit, I say, you know, we're not only going to talk with you, but we're going to walk through your venue with a camera and those kind of things and show people what it looks like who haven't been there. That's when things start to go south. They're worried about the cleaning and is it going to be ready to go when we do it? And, you know, it's, I always tell people we're not building cabinets, man. We are just trying to support local music. And I'll get into some of that in just a minute. But yeah, the club and venue owners that I've had on the show, I've had Karis from Bell and the Bear. I've had Froggies on. We've had the folks who were formerly down at, in Reading. God, why am I drawing a blank? Yeah, Foley's Irish Pub. We've had them on. We've, I've been backstage at the Sorg. Lots of places who provide music. We've done the Barrel in the past. We've done Mr. Burroughs Tavern, sat down with them, and of course Heather's. So, there's a lot to learn and a lot to be done. And there's some other issues though that we're kind of on the struggle bus with, and that is the changes that go on every day in social media. Because just when you think you have it figured out, things start to get a little crazy. And when I say crazy, hey, Josh Morgan, how are you, buddy? Thanks, Glenn, on the YouTube channel. Just getting people to like your page and subscribe so that they get notified when you go live is a challenge in itself. We preach it, we say it. I know people get tired of hearing it. But give you a little background about our week. We were talking about how we put together the show on Monday. And Monday's show is the weekend update. We always feature who we went to see. And I'll be damned if I don't take crap over that from people. And it's just insane. Some of the jealousy that goes on between folks out there and this and that. And you went to their show and didn't come to mine. And my God, I'm not here to piss people off, man. I'm here to try to support those that we go see and those that we talk to. And there's been a lot of haters along the way, and people that hate will eventually get theirs, and they will. And that's just kind of the way I look at it. And if you don't like what I'm doing, you don't have to follow it, and you don't have to do anything. You just hit the old ignore button. That's fine too. And if we see that nobody likes what we're doing, we'll just pull the plug on it, because it's not like I'm making a fortune off this. Trust me. A lot of people think I've sold out. One guy messaged me and said, man, you're doing it for money now, so you're not going to be as passionate and blah, blah, blah. That's not true. And I'm not doing it for big money. Froggy sponsors our Thursday show, guys. And if you knew what it was, it would make you chuckle, but they do it as a courtesy and they do it to get a little name recognition and mention. And that's what they're in it for. And, so people know about their venue. So that's kind of what's happening in our week on a Monday, is putting that show together and mentioning people and hopefully not getting a bunch of haters because I didn't come somewhere over the weekend or missed a show here, missed a show there. And, it's really kind of rude sometimes what we do because we bounce to 3 or 4 shows a night. And that, you're there for an hour. And that's not always nice. Sometimes I'd love to stay for the entire night. Thanks, guys, for the comments. I appreciate it. I'll get to some of them in a minute. Thank you. I appreciate you, Rick. All right. Hello, Jeff. How are you? And I'm not looking for anybody. Thank you, Josh, but I'm not looking for anybody to pump my tires today. All I'm doing here is trying to talk about some of the stuff that goes on in a weekly basis with us and trying to do what we do. And it's to support live local music. And, there's people making comments on Facebook that get sent to me. I don't even pay attention to these people. And people send me stuff via Messenger and say, did you see this, with a screenshot and all that? I don't know if it's directed at me or not. I don't care at this point. I mean, I really don't. If you want to hate me, for what I'm doing. I'm trying to support music. And it's kind of funny how that all works out. But that's just all in the name of love. It is. I'm looking at some comments coming in here. Thank you, Dewey. We want to do a Facebook Live from the Blue Note. I've tried to work that out with Doug out there, and he stays really busy, and I get it. Those kind of things. And yes, Kara, people are petty. They are. Hi, Seven West. Thanks for joining me. And there's a good example. Seven West has been a faithful part of our programming for years now. And he is one of those people I can always count on to be supportive and support what we do, and we support him in return. And there's no BS with Seven. I mean, if he doesn't like something, he'll tell you. And that's what I love, and tell you to your face. And that's the other side of it that you wish people would do. Have a good show at Foley's tonight, Seven. Appreciate you. I do. And we need to get Six String Hustle scheduled. Well, first of all, let me get on my other soapbox. We need to get Six String Hustle to keep sending their gigs in so we can promote them on Thursday. We'll get to Thursday in a minute. We're kind of talking about what we do during the week here. And Tuesday is Top 5 Tuesday. And as we do that, thank you, Lori. I'd appreciate that very much. We'd love to do a live from the Blue Note if we can get service there enough to do the live stream. I know sometimes it's difficult with everybody sucking up the bandwidth and those kind of things in there, but hopefully we can do it. And I'm sure you will, Seven West. You always do, buddy. And like I said, guys, I'm not doing this today. I'm not talking about these topics, but they're just things that I need to get off my chest, and I'm not doing them to get you to pump me up. This is not what we're here for. I'm here to actually tell you what we go through in a week to try to put this little show on at 5 o'clock. And just like I was mentioning to Seven, if you saw behind the scenes, I have 3 gig groups that are Facebook Messenger groups, and we send out a call on Sunday with the date range, and it says, please send me your gigs. Here's how it is. Send me date, time, place, and no pictures, no event links, all that, because I copy it into a program. And I fight all week to get people to send it to me. I remind them. I mean, it gets to be comical how many times I have to say deadlines 2 p.m. on Thursday so I can get it on the Thursday show. And it's still just a monumental task to get people to play into that. And it's frustrating at times. It is. And people leave for reasons. I've had people leave the gig group and then they'll message me and say, I didn't leave because of you. I left because there's people on there who are stealing my gigs. And nobody's stealing your gigs, dude. I mean, yeah, if you put on there anywhere on your page that I'm playing at XYZ bar, some musician's going to call XYZ bar and see if they can get a gig there. I guarantee that's going to happen. It's that kind of free country. And that's the kind of stuff people get hung up on, and they shouldn't. And, recently, we mentioned on the show about a local musician talking about pulling out of playing, and he was tired of being screwed over and bar owners not answering him and all that. And I will tell you, I just throw out there, as a venue owner, I think I sympathize with them because they're worried about the cost of chicken wings sometimes and what's happening in the world of, up cost on everything and whether they're going to be able to make any money or they're going to be able to afford entertainment or going to have to charge a cover. And there's a lot on their minds. So if they don't get back with you in a day, sometimes it's not necessarily what's happening. If you looked at their inbox, you might see 150 messages, all like the same that you're getting. The people that message them and say, look, I want to get a gig there. Well, you and 150 other people that I've got to respond to and take time out of my day. So it's interesting. Very interesting to see how all this plays out. So, that Tuesday, Top 5 Tuesday, something fun we do. We can talk about a little bit of music and enjoy that a little bit. Wednesday, typically Wednesday with the band. And Wednesday with the band is designed to showcase a local artist. I mean, and basically what I do is just moderate it and let them talk and tell about their, band and how it was formed, how they got their name, what their influences are, where they play, and any projects they might have going, such as a new EP or something like that. And that's what that's designed for. So what I'm asking is one bit of help. I am asking that any of you out there who can connect us with bands who will be reliable and who will set a schedule with us and come on when we actually schedule it for Wednesdays, we can do that. And it doesn't have to be, it can be taped. It can be done live. It can be done all kinds of ways. And right now with all the ability I have to do a virtual screen here and bring you into the program, you can do it from the comfort of your own home. I mean, hell, I've had interviews with B. Birtles from the Little River Band. I've talked to John Waite. He was in California when I talked to him and all that. And yeah, Glenn, that's the way I look at it. I'm offering you some free advertisement and, Facebook's always hounding me to pay for ads and things, which I don't do. So I don't have the, 90,000 bought likes on my page. You can do it. I mean, I could have it tomorrow if I want to pay money. You can get all these likes, but where are they? These people that are paid to like your page and do all those things. I mean, that's just BS. They're not going to follow you. They're not going to do any of that. What's up, Lee Dixon? Thanks for joining us today. We're having a discussion here today. It's just a discussion, but talking about some of the frustrations as to the live streaming and supporting local music and I tend to want to believe in people and believe that the music community is mostly made up of good people who really love each other and will do anything to help each other and all those things. There's a few that are territorial and get a little backbiting and things like that goes on. I get it. It's that way in everything, kids, sports, everything, it happens. But this is one of those where our goal here is not to make a fortune. Yes, and I will readily admit, for those of you who want to, and people have called me out on this, believe me, and they're some of the haters, that I use this just as a platform to support my trivias and things like that. Well, of course. I mean, do you think that our friends from JD Legends that have 50,000 followers don't use that platform to support other things too? I mean, that's part of the advertising world. That's part of the thing you do. And I use it. Yeah, I talk about trivias. I talk about special events, hosting where I'm emceeing, doing all that kind of stuff to help support the people who are doing that kind of thing. So that's all part of this. That's all part of the game that you'd play. And what's really funny is we have over 5,000 likes on our page and followers, about 6,000 followers total, all that. And yeah, you'd be stupid not to use that. But I will tell you what's really frustrating, and everybody's dealing with it, that has a page like we have, like a business type page. You put something up and you get 1 like or 3 likes. And then you put something controversial and you get 6,000 likes. It's just, it's really weird. People don't want to hear just good stuff. Nobody's going to really look at things like, oh, we're going live at 5:00 today. They don't care about that anymore. So we're trying to revamp a little bit every day of what you're doing and how you do it. And Lee Dixon, if you're still out there, I know you do some live streaming work with Cincy Rents, and also you used to, when you were at Third Rock, did a remarkable job, I thought, of marketing them and promoting them. And we just are are in the same boat there. It's just an interesting quagmire going on right now, and interesting bunch of people. And there's the old statement Jeff's making: you're not going to please everyone, and that's very true. And you're not, obviously. And what I really wish, though, for the whole sake of the internet, and if I had a perfect world, it would be people that don't like something somebody's doing on the internet, they just hit the ignore button and move on. And that's just what we'd like to see. For those of you that are out there that go see live local music and enjoy it, and shows and things like that, you probably don't see a lot of the behind the scenes thing that go on. You see somebody sitting up on stage playing their heart out, trying to get an audience to follow them. And it's become so competitive for people. I mean, on any given night, there's 100 places around us who have live local music, and the pool isn't always there to bring a lot of people in. And then the venues rely on the bands to bring people, and the bands don't always bring people. And there's just a whole host of things that go on, and we could talk about it all day. We could talk about a band that plays a venue a mile away the next night, so are their followers going to go both places on Friday and Saturday night? Who knows? I don't know. Jeff's giving a shameless plug here, and we'll get it in for the Bel Airs at the Sorg on Saturday. That's a great act. If you haven't seen the Bel Airs, I had a chance to work with them and do some fun stuff. Get there. But yeah, it's Lori says 100%, and it's a business, man. The whole thing is a business. Now, people that do music for the love of music, and there are plenty of them out there who aren't interested in making big bucks. They just want to sing in front of an audience. It's a passion. It's a calling. It's fantastic. It's great. We love it. I don't do this to get name recognition. Certainly, I don't do this to get a ticket to here or there. In fact, Lori will tell you, and many of the other venue owners who want to, they'll sometimes try to take care of you, and I appreciate it so much, but that's not what I'm in it for. I'm not here to, be the guy that comes in and says, oh, I run a local podcast about music, and, you guys ought to have me in your club. That's not what I'm there for. In fact, I like to blend in the back, watch the show, do a little reporting on it, and go from there. And Catherine just said that's her passion. And yeah, whether you make $10 a night, $50 a night, or $5,000 a night to get up there, your passion is what it is. And I can tell you, I've watched Mr. Dave Moody's an example. Dave Moody is a guy who will sit at the Bell and the Bears Jam and play in front of people for nothing. I mean, he just sits up there and plays and loves what he does. And then he'll go out with Hairball on the road and make good money at it. So, that's just an example of that. And our friends from DV8, same way. They're a top dollar band in Cincinnati. They deserve every dime they get. But yeah, and Glenn just said, for the love of music, they travel 100 miles in the evening to see music. And you guys do. You're traveling fools, Glenn. You are. And Dewey says, thing about the Cincinnati scene, the amount of love. Yes. That's why I love some of the folks in Cincinnati, because they don't get hung up with that. It's good. They attend each other's gigs. They play for each other. I mentioned on the other day about Lee Reed fixing a in-ear monitor system for Jeff Tate from Queensryche. As Daniel Laverde, who plays drums for him, came into town, and the TSA tore it apart, and it was broken basically. And in 2 days, Lee Reed had it ready to go back on the road with him when they needed to fly out to Texas. Awesome. That's love. And that's musician love. And Billy says, never been about the money for me. Hey, good profile picture there, Billy. Wonder who took that one. That's a good one. It is. Oh, yes. Let's see what else we got here. Lori says it's something special. And Lori, you have been one of those people who I have been blessed to become friends with the Cincinnati music scene. And that's one advantage to what I've done. And to be able to intermingle with you folks, and you guys have welcomed me in with open arms. And I appreciate that so much. And I've made some great friends there, and I appreciate you all and what you do for me and what we try to do for you. And hopefully it's a good back scratching two-way street. And before I get too far along here, I've got to cut out here shortly, but I do want to mention on a more positive note, let's get to something. Those of you who ordered merchandise from us, and thank you, Dixie Roberts, for that comment. Those of you who ordered merchandise, hoodies, shirts, you'll probably get an email. If you haven't yet, it's coming to you today, and those will be shipped out to you. They are done and are going to be shipped out. And I am definitely happy about that. If you ordered a big boy size in the hoodies, they're back ordered about a week, so they may take a little longer. But 937 Inc. will send you an email, tell you whether if you ask it to be shipped or you want to pick it up, whether they're ready for pickup or coming to you. And we appreciate you all so much. I am going to post on the page those who ordered and give you a shout out. So thank you for that. Glenn got the email today. He said, okay, perfect. So it's working right. There's Zeke. Zeke is production at the Sorg Theater, High Tech Event Productions. And he says, if anyone wants to live stream a concert, he's available. Currently has 60,000 in cameras and live stream equipment. Wow. How about you come over here and live stream this? That's what I need. We could go on the road and do the live remotes from venues. That'd be fun. Yes. So yeah, there's a lot of things we do and offer. Some of them called 3 Chords and a Story, where we bring musicians to the stage, let them tell stories about their songs. That's mostly an original deal where they're playing their originals. We do video venue visits. So we get out and chat with the venue owners and feature what's going on there. And so that's kind of where we're at. But we appreciate all of you. And yeah, I can't tell you enough, guys, what Zeke said there. I'll pop that up again. But Zeke is a wonderful, wonderful production guy who's fantastic at what he does. And I would highly recommend him. So if you have a band that wants to be featured like on a live stream concert or something to that effect, he's there. And certainly he does cater to the local scene quite a bit. And if you've ever seen a show at the Sorg Theater, he's responsible for that awesome sound and lighting down there. Thank you, Kara. Glenn did. Okay. Zeke says, let's do it. Let's do it, man. I'm ready. I miss working with you, Zeke. I do. It's been a busy time now that we've all gotten back to business. So if there's anything out there, guys, and maybe you're reluctant to comment on the show today or put a post in, send me a message and let me know if there's suggestions you have, or if you'd be willing to be involved and help support the local music community. You know, we can use outreach people all the time because I have the ability to bring you in virtually. So we could have you on with a band you like. I don't even have to be on the show. I can just moderate the show from the background and put you on. So let me know if you have ideas and things that we might do to help support. Now, there are some limitations to what we can do. We can play independent music, obviously, that hasn't been copywritten by a publisher and those kind of things. But we cannot play just stream music that's basically we don't own the rights to. So I can't turn this into a radio station and get on and play my top 5 songs of the week and play the songs in their entirety like a radio station does. Doesn't happen. Facebook shuts you down for that. And YouTube gets a little dicey about all that as well. So that's just where we are on that one. We could do it on our website, but who goes to websites? I mean, honestly, we get 10,000 clicks a week on our website. No interaction from it, though. That's just like people scrolling and seeing things on the web and doing things like that. And I frankly haven't updated my website in ages and probably should. So that's just where we're at. And you know, Scotty, thank you for that, man. Weekly therapy. I appreciate it. But you know, one thing you posted the other day, and here's an example. Scotty posts for Little River Bar. They're looking for a trivia person. I had talked to him and I'm unable to do it because of my schedule. And they were looking for somebody to play trivia. The thread starts to take a life and it becomes almost like a competition of people posting who, you know, and I posted somebody I knew just to try to give them a suggestion. And then it becomes this competition. Then people that, you know, are for the wrong reasons doing things and questioning and who's who. And it's just people get hateful, man, on the internet. Stop being haters, dude. That's all I got to say. Glenn, what's me? You want to help? You want to be on? I hope so. Glenn is a great supporter of live local music. Awesome supporter. And Mrs. Hall around town is calling me, so I'm going to have to get off the air. She obviously does not know I'm live. I'd bring her in right now, but who knows what she would say. And she'd probably laugh. Well, that's good. That's good, Scotty. I'm glad to hear that. Let's see here. I don't know. Can we make this work? I'm trying to see. Mrs. Hall around town, you're live on the air.
Oh, why? It's Wednesday.
Yes.
We do shows on Wednesdays now?
We don't normally, but we did today. And we're just having a little fun here and chatting, and I'm about to sign off. But since you rang, I thought I'd bring you in. Kara says hi.
Hi, Kara. What's the topic today? What are we talking about?
BS. Yeah, a lot of BS. Actually,
that's what I called to tell you, so I'll refrain.
Okay. Well, we talked about shirts that are in, and we talked about musicians sending their gigs on time, and we talked about Wednesday with the band. Now it's Wednesday with the wife. Thanks, Steve Downey. That's a good hook. Wednesday with the wife. So are you
Wednesday with the wife?
Are you on your way to the studio?
No.
Oh, you're not. Okay. Well, no. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll call you back as soon as I'm finished. How's that?
Okay.
All right.
That sounds like a great plan.
Do you have any words of wisdom for anybody before you go?
Words of wisdom. Nothing appropriate for the airwaves. Thank you very much.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Hall around town, for checking in. Brought her into the show here. And we can do that, too. We can bring you in live all the time via video or whatever. And Lori says, what's for dinner? It's already in the oven. I took care of that, Lori. She's out working for a living. I'm just sitting here playing on the internet. So, yeah, that's how it works. Dinner's in the oven. And I won't disclose I can actually disclose tonight. It's kind of a fun little dinner. It's cappatavi. And it's got Italian sausage, mushrooms, cream sauce. Good stuff. That's what's for dinner at my house. Just the kind of stuff to make me fatter. Yes. I appreciate you watching today, guys. If you have anything, please, Scotty Long's words of wisdom. Go support live music in the venues. There's a ton of it going on tonight. Get out there and help a brother out. Any of them. Dewey's hungry. Yeah, that's one we do. Shows about food. Kara, would you call in and talk about food, or go live on and talk about food? Would you show us your favorite recipe or any of that? That's kind of fun. We've done some of that. The Foodaholics, as it was known. We've done a lot of things. We have, but some of them last, some of them don't. It's like my friend John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. He and I have a podcast. We'll get back to it. We've taken a little break, and after 25 weeks straight of it, we needed a break. So yeah, we'll be back. Kara says she's too shy. I don't know about that. I've seen you dance in a dance off. I have. Yes. Free food for Marines tonight at Froggy's. Thank you for that. And thank you for doing that, Scotty Long. That is nice of you. Kara can't stand her voice. Oh, well, I can't stand mine either, Kara. So real quick, before I go, guys, the 17th Wednesday, that's a week from now, we're having our Champions of the Champions. Here's my shameless plug for my stuff. Champions of the Champions for our Name That Tune trivia. The top 15 teams will be there. Top 15 teams. Here's John Jacob. One day. Yes, maybe. Hollywood making chili for the staff. So you cooked. I'm glad to hear that. Yes. All right. That sounds good, Jeff. It does. So yeah, Wednesday, Champions of Champions, 7:00 under the tents at Heather's. Right now, the prediction is for next Wednesday to be in the 60s. So if that's the heaters and everything, the tents, sides on the tents, it'll be nice and toasty in there. Love to see you for that one. For those of you that are going to be playing in that, got some prizes to give away for that night. And other than that, guys, we'll be back tomorrow. And we didn't finish with our Thursday platform, and that is Who's Playing Out, probably the most important show we do of the week. That's the one we need you to really share and support us with. because we have some really good stuff going on that Thursday show brought to you by Froggies and Monroe. And we feature some of the best musicians in the tri-state where they're playing and all that. So check that out on Thursdays, if you will. Give us a little subscribe on our YouTube channel, if you will, as well, in case Facebook ever goes down. We'll bring it to you on YouTube. Thanks for watching today, guys. Hope you had a good time. We open with Blue Collar from Kevin McCoy today. We're going to close with Moonlight by Kevin McCoy. Check him out, too. He is climbing the charts in Nashville. He's doing great things. Here's Moonlight. Thanks for watching, guys.
Lying so close to you tonight, feeling your heart in sync with mine. Your soft touch, your kiss, your skin. I told myself I wouldn't fall, but I'm falling into your blue eyes. I can't keep from staring, I can't concentrate when you're wearing nothing but the moonlight. Moonlight, girl, your every move feels so right. Oh, tonight, girl, I'm gonna love you all over till dark turns to dawn. Can't help it when all you got on is nothing but the moonlight. Never felt quite like this before. I got a hunger that I can't ignore. I feel it burning down deep in my soul. I told myself I wouldn't fall, but I'm losing control of my senses. But I'm way past caring, I can't concentrate when you're wearing nothing but the moonlight. Moonlight, girl, your every move feels so right. Oh, tonight, girl, I'm gonna love you all over till dark turns to dawn. Can't help it when all you got on is nothing but the moon.